Summer 2026 is coming in absolutely hot. Bleach in its final chapter, Madoka Magica, after more than a decade of waiting. Mushoku Tensei back with Ares as the Sword Queen, the return of Tanya the Evil, and a Sekiro anime drawn completely by hand. 14 titles that are going to make the July through September season absolutely historic. Shout out to all the channel members. And let's get into it. We kick things off with the Black Torch anime. This is the title that's here to surprise everyone who doesn't know it yet. It's a supernatural action story where the protagonist, Jiru Azuma, grandson of a ninja, has the power to communicate with animals, kind of like Dr. Dolittle. Everything changes when an encounter with a powerful demon leaves him fused together with it. From that point, the anime enters dark territory, demons, battles, and power discovery that shonen action fans are absolutely going to love. This adaptation arrives on Crunchyroll in July and could easily be the surprise of the entire season. There's still no exact premiere date confirmed, but keep an eye on our full video for the month of July. Sparks of Tomorrow is one of the most mysterious titles heading into summer. It is a historical drama. The story is set during the Sengoku period, focused on human drama, faction politics, and the weight of decisions that must be made in times of war. It's a title aimed at a different audience within anime, those who appreciate well-constructed historical drama. Stay tuned for more production details as the premiere gets closer. Right now, I don't have streaming info confirmed, but all signs point toward Crunchyroll. Now we move on to one of the romantic titles on this list. A love drama that just from the title alone already promises to make us suffer. I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. The story follows Elsa, daughter of a fallen aristocrat who receives a marriage proposal from Julius, an elite nobleman. The question that haunts her: why would a man of such standing ever want to marry someone like her? After the wedding, Julius reveals his true position. I have no intention of loving you, and from that moment on, the series explores what happens when love becomes a war of pride, social standing, and emotions neither one of them is willing to admit. It is exactly the kind of dramatic romance that sparks real debate. If you love romance, this is without a doubt a title you have to watch. The streaming platform has not been announced just yet. Sekiro No Defeat is the official anime adaptation of the FromSoftware video game Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, one of the most awarded and brutally challenging games of recent years. And this is not a low-budget adaptation. The production team publicly confirmed it is 2D animation drawn completely by hand, with zero artificial intelligence. The story covers the events of the game, the Sengoku period, the Ashina province, the Divine Heir, and the shinobi we all know as Sekiro, but told from a brand new perspective. 8 episodes adapting one of the game's endings. The theatrical premiere in Japan is September 4th. The worldwide Crunchyroll streaming release arrives in 2026, with an exact date still to be confirmed. This is exactly the kind of video game adaptation that this entire medium needs right now. Leon, the protagonist who was reincarnated into the world of an Otome game his sister forced him to play. Yes, I'm talking about Otome game Sekai wa Mob Kibishii Sekai Desu. Season 2, who already proved he can break every single rule of the system. Now comes the continuation. More academy life, more kingdom politics, and that sharp acidic humor that made the first season so incredibly popular. Director Kazuya Miura returns. They will be adapting the light novel arcs that readers have been waiting to see animated for a long time. The Clevatess anime is back with its second season officially confirmed for this summer of 2026. The fantasy series produced by Candy Box is coming in absolutely ready. The story continues with its characters in the high fantasy world that defines and characterizes this production. Its exact date is still pending confirmation. We are back with the old Master Swordsman grandfather in from Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman 2. The first season had strong reception among fans of classic combat fantasy with that perfect underdog touch. If you love anime where the main character looks like a nobody but turns out to be the most powerful of all, this is the anime you have to watch. More jewels, more revelations about the protagonist's past. You can find the first season of the anime on Amazon Prime Video with its respective dubs, and season 2 will also be arriving on the same platform. Ark, the knight who was reincarnated into a fantasy world, trapped inside the appearance of a skeleton, is back for season 2. The first season was a no-frills action isekai with entertaining fights and a premise that has its own particular charm. Ark keeps himself covered in armor, so no one discovers he is literally a skeleton, and in the meantime, he helps people throughout the world. Season 2 comes to us this summer and will continue the manga's story arcs, and most likely, we will be watching it once again on the Crunchyroll platform. Rudius's anime is back, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Season 3 is finally here. The most anticipated isekai of them all. And brace yourselves, because Ares is back. Those of you who followed the first seasons know exactly what that name means. Ares left. Rudius was broken, and all of us spent 2 years wondering what she had been doing during all that time. The answer? Training. Incredibly hard. And all of us spent 2 years wondering what she had been doing during all that time. Season 3 drops on Crunchyroll starting July 5th. one of the most anticipated comebacks for the entire community. Tanya von der Gurachav, also known as the corporate executive who offended God and was reincarnated as a child soldier in an alternate world war, where magic is the ultimate weapon of choice. The first season and the 2019 film left us all hungry for more. The story of Tanya, her combat mage brigade, and her eternal conflict with Being X is one of the most original things military isekai has ever produced. Season 2 was confirmed with a summer 2026 window on Crunchyroll. The exact date is still pending official confirmation. If you have not seen Season 1 yet, and I mean this seriously, watch it first. It is one of the best examples of how to build a morally ambiguous protagonist who still hooks you completely from the very first episode. Tanya's return this summer is absolutely inevitable. The anime about the degenerates of diving is back. What more do you want me to tell you? Grand Blue Dreaming reaches its third season, and if you know the series, you already know exactly what to expect. The same completely unhinged characters, the same situations that should not be this funny, but they absolutely are every single time. For those who don't know it yet, Grand Blue is an adult comedy. It is not for everyone, but if you enjoy absurd humor with a group of genuinely lovable unhinged characters, this is exactly what you need to be watching. We have arrived at the anime where all of us are biting our nails waiting for the grand finale, the final part of Bleach, Thousand-Year Blood War, the Calamity, the definitive chapter, the conclusion of the Quincy arc. For those who are not caught up, we have had 3 parts so far. The first was an animation bomb. Studio Pierrot delivered the absolute best version of itself. The second escalated the conflict to levels that even the manga left you speechless. The third left every single one of us standing right at the edge of the cliff. And now the Calamity arrives. The name says everything. Yuak at his absolute maximum power. The Shinigami pushed to their very limit, and the promise that characters who have been waiting decades for their moment are finally going to have it. The anime arrives exclusively on Disney Plus and Hulu with its respective dubs included. This is the one many of you have been waiting for since 2013, 13 years, a film that was delayed from winter 2024, then pushed to 2025, then to February 2026, and that finally has a confirmed date, August 28th, 2026 in Japanese theaters. Quella Magi Madoka Magica, Walpurgis no Kaiten is the direct sequel to Rebellion, which, if you remember, left us with Homura Akemi having rewritten the entire reality just to save Madoka, at a cost that none of us ever fully processed. Now that altered reality has consequences, Studio Shaft has confirmed the film will introduce 2 brand new magical girls. The global streaming premiere is still pending official confirmation. And are you excited for this animated film? Let me know your answer down in the comments section. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments which anime you are most excited for in the summer 2026 season. I read every single one. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Shout out to the Patreon supporters you can see on screen. See you in the next one.